Well, build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Short Bangers. Matty.
Good morning. I'm Colin. Welcome to Friday.
Welcome to Friday. A sunny Friday as well, probably.
Hope so.
This week's been tremendous, for the sun.
It's been really good, but I'm going to you going to Proclaimers? No, you're not going to Proclaimers on Friday. Saturday? No, I'm going Saturday. And it's supposed to be, there's like threatening rain and thunderstorms and shit.
Fucking hell.
You're
That's selfish, yeah?
Aye, it's brutal.
Because they could have done it when you're at work. That's what I think when it's like lovely like this is do your shit stuff now, weather. Well, none of us care. Gives a nice weather at the weekend.
You can though. It's funny, right? Because I'm looking at the BBC weather, right? And these cunts like never get it right, eh? Like as I've said, I think I've probably said on here before, there's no job in the world that you could be wrong as often as that and retain your position, right? But you look at it, so in the headlines, you look at it and you go, Friday, 23 degrees and it's big fucking blaring sun. You're like, magic. Saturday, it's got the dark cloud with some sun behind it and the big fucking lightning thing coming out. 21. Click on it. Every hour in between, it's like, sun, all day. And there's a 28% chance of rain between 2 and, night time.
Yeah.
All night. But it's just a chance of rain. And you think, why are you giving me the big fucking negative messages here? Like, keep it fucking positive. Like, we can all just let's hope it's nice. Because that's basically what you're doing.
When you're saying about the weather, people having the biggest pass for getting stuff wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What about Mystic Meg? Again, she's deep now, right? Like, she might be
100%. She's right up there a bit.
Yeah.
She knew she'd be able to say this.
Aye.
It comes to it. But, no, I mean, she's as bad as them. Because they're just guessing like her. That's what they're doing. They do the weather and then they fuck off and write the horoscopes. That's their afternoon job, eh?
Do you put any stock in the horoscopes?
I've never read them. Like, of course I've read them, but not like as I'm going to read it and like make it. It's the original manifesting, eh? Like folk used to read that and go, I'm going to meet a tall, handsome fucking stranger or a big blonde, whatever. What's your boat? But that was what folk used to do. But nobody gives a fuck about any more, do they? Like nobody reads that anymore. Like when we were younger, folk read it and tried to make it true.
Aye.
Now folk don't even look at it. Do they still write them?
They still write them, I think. We used to sometimes have a look at them in the metro. Somebody would read them out. At lunch, would be at the table. There'd always be somebody who'd have a read. Ken, what are you? Scorpio, and then they'd go and read it out.
My mum was funny, folk did. My mum would go this right. So my mum's birthday's the end of January, so she's what a fucking early January one is. I can't even remember. But so I'm early February, so that's Aquarius. So she would go, sometimes I'm Mary Aquarius than I'm a Capricorn. Capricorn. That was the one early January. So, and you're like, so you just pick whatever one you prefer. Is that how it works? Aye.
Did they not change them recently as well? Like they shifted them a bit and they went fucking. I don't know if they added another one in or if they just changed the dates on them. So you might
13? There used to only be 12, eh?
You might have been Capricorn, and then it nudged it along a wee bit, and I can't remember whether there was a new one or if they just changed the dates.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't pay any attention to it.
How do you think they convinced folk to print it in the paper? Like how? Imagine having that conversation with like a newspaper editor saying, when were you born? Tell you what I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you today. Who's got a birthday in January? Right, right, you're that.
It wasn't January though. It was between January the, 12th and the fucking February the 11th or whatever the dates were.
And then the editor's going...
To make it have some kind of mystique, I guess, that's all. Otherwise, they would go, it's just January, aye. Everybody's in January. No, everybody's in January. Some that were born in January.
Just them first.
Some that were born in February.
And that sounds like an awful lot of shite to me. You make it up. I don't know if I can read the stars.
When's Gordon coming back on? Let's ask Gordon when he's back.
We can ask him how we get that. And why do they still do it? That's the bit that gets me. Why did what was his name? Russell Grant would go on the fucking telly and do it.
Aye, I was rebooking that.
He made a fucking living it. Like
I know, but that's mad, eh? But then, and that's still in it. You're telling me, but they got rid of page 3.
Mental. Do you think maybe this is a service we could offer up on Short Bangers, and you need to follow us on Twitter for it, and fucking go and watch it on YouTube, or at least subscribe on the YouTube, because they can't watch it on that. I think why, maybe because of the content like this, right?
Aye.
But we could pick, somebody could tweet us maybe one day a week with their star sign, and we'll give them a bespoke horoscope. We'll write it. We'll put a tweet out for it. I know a couple of folk that's all they tweet is a bit of a horoscope, and it's like click to read more. And I know they've probably clicked on something at some point. They read it, and it's asked for permission to send tweets. And I just fucking
I've seen that kind of shit before, and I thought,
it's weird, because you're like, why would you fucking share a horoscope? But I think that's what it is. And I don't know if they realise that they're doing it. Because actually, by the way, if you tweet horoscopes, why'd you do that?
Aye.
I think
yeah, done it.
Anyway, right, questions. If you're a subscriber, which you should be, you would have heard us wrapping up the last episode of Short Bangers Extra with a conversation about which armrest is yours in the cinema. Yes? Do you remember that, Colin? You looked confused there. I couldn't see your eyes,
I know.
But I can imagine they looked,
I thought that's exactly what I was thinking, because I forgot I had that 10-minute interlude where I fucked about with my garden hose.
Not a euphemism. Right, 150k on Hanlon Hill said, good question. Right, so it was Lex Lofer that originally asked it. Good question. Also, is the armrest in a vehicle purely for the driver as they're doing all the graft?
Driver doesn't have an armrest though.
You know, have a wee bit in the centre console.
I did when I had I think I had a Ford Galaxy when I had when my kids went, it was a Tribe.
Aye.
And
you had the good
handbrake
on that, didn't you? Like it was like an aeroplane.
Aye. Yeah.
Aye. That's quality.
Yeah, that was a decent car.
Aye.
Thanks to my dad for that. My dad chipped in big time for that one, because I couldn't have afforded that on my Todd. But on this car, I think I've got an armrest. I've got a bit in the middle that's like it looks like an armrest, right? And it's got you can lift it up, and there's you can put your sunglasses in. You can lift it up again, and then it's got a box that you can chuck all your shit in. But it's too far away to actually be an armrest. So I've never really got an armrest. The armrest is always in the middle of the back seats, and it's drinks holders and that. And maybe how often is somebody in the back to bother the arse with a drinks holder?
Aye.
Nobody ever really at the front.
On the door side, do you ever use the wee arm bit on there?
No.
Are you a windy?
I'm a right-hand driver. I think. Kind of because I tend to be one arm on the wheel, and it would be the right hand, and I wouldn't put it on the arm on the window. My left hand just sort of sits on my lap, just sort of tickle my balls and that.
Having a wee drive play. Yeah.
Well, I hope the neighbour's still on the listening as well.
Right, next question comes at 150k on Hanlon Hill again. Repeated questions. Should bangers win prizes if their questions are repeated by fellow bangers in future episodes?
Yeah, he's due fucking. Who was
Willis.
it? It was TG Willis. So it was Tom, man. Do you have my pint?
Again, subscribe and in-joke there. Sorry, everybody. You need to subscribe to get these ones sometimes.
Yeah.
Right, Neil Renton said, I went to see the Courtineers play tracks from their cracking debut album, St. Jude, who was the patron saint of lost causes. What would you be a patron saint of? And he said he'd be a patron saint of tweeting podcasts irrelevant questions. A noble cause, Neil.
He wouldn't know, because there's others that would have claimed that throne ahead of him. I would suggest there, Neil. I think you said the Courtineers name wrong.
What did I say? The Courtineers. The Courtineers, yeah.
And I've been caught in that trap before. My daughter's a big fan, and I've said it exactly how you said it, and I've been corrected. Some good tunes they've got, by the way. They're really quite good. I don't know. I missed them. I missed that sort of, because they've been a while. But you listen to some of their tunes, it sometimes just comes up on a playlist. Sometimes because of music you may have liked and all that, and you think, oh, that's a good song, and you realise it is, and you go, that's the one my daughter likes. Fucking hell.
See, on that topic, right? So we've got family Spotify account, right?
That fucks up my annual thing. That then every year we get tweeted how many podcasts you've listened to. It fucks up my numbers.
Well, it's funny you say that because there's the AI DJ that they just put out, right, for Spotify, and I saw loads of folk fucking mentioning it, and I was like, oh fucking bro, I'll put it on when I'm walking up to the shop to get my lunch yesterday. Lovely sunny day. Take a wee step out the office, walk up and get lunch. Put that on. I saw some messages about it, and you can how fucking easily led astray I am. Oh, we'll go fucking try it now. I put it on, nothing. Like it showed you the list of folk that were on it. Nothing that I would be like, oh, I can see why they picked that for me. Taylor Swift, Lana Del Rey. I like Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey, Harry Styles. So Jess's. It was all the songs that she likes, all the artists. Like the whole fucking play. There wasn't like an odd Oasis or Radiohead or something chucked in there. None at all on it. And I was like, fuck.
I'm the same, mate. I looked at mine because I thought I said that to my daughter. I was going for a run yesterday, right? As daft as it was in the heat. Fucking hell, I was sweating like fuck after it. However, I said, are you trying that AI DJ? And I put it in myself, right? Because it was obviously probably similar times. And I put AI DJ in and I looked at my playlist and I went, I didn't recognise any songs. So I'll just tell you the first one, Miley Cyrus. And I'm like, well, I've never listened to Miley Cyrus in my fucking life.
Wait a second, right? I think we might have cracked it. Because Chemical was the very first one that came up on mine was. Was it what song?
Flowers.
What's your second one?
Smooth Operator.
Right. What's your next one? Bad Memories?
Is it the same? Aye, I'll be around. It's four. Is it the same thing?
Aye.
Is it the same one? So it's just the same fucking thing.
So what the fuck's this? Is this somebody made one that's called AI DJ then, and it's just like a
right. So somebody done a playlist.
We've been hoodwinked.
We've been duped. How do you get the actual AI DJ then?
Well, I fucking didn't care. I'm sure it came up as like an option. I must have just dismissed it.
Aye, so did I, mate. I done the exact same.
And now I'm thinking how to find it back because I just searched and it came up and I thought, oh, that must be there. And well, yeah, it's when you said who the first one was. I was like, that rings a fucking bell. And I can't remember quite alike and everything, but I don't think we're as alike that we would get exactly the same fucking Spotify playlist as it does. Unless Spotify did, mine Darren Brown did that, where he got everybody, like a group of folk, to give them like a personal belonging. And he's like, give me a personal belonging, I'll do your reading. And he wrote like a fucking 4-page document for everybody. And they got it and opened up, and there's fucking folk crying, like they couldn't believe how close he got to and how personal it was. Yeah. And he wrote the same thing for everyone. The exact same word for word. They all got the same fucking pack.
But that's the thing we're talking about. That's like the horoscopes. Back to the horoscopes, isn't it? That's exactly it.
Aye. So maybe Spotify's done that. Maybe it's just going, fuck it, I'll just chuck enough generic shit there. Tell them it's all personalised. They'll all go, oh, that's fucking good, that.
Right. So apparently what you do is you go to your music feed, you tap play on the DJ card, and let Spotify do the rest.
Right, where's the
music feed on home or Spotify mobile app? Home, right?
Right, home.
So we're both doing this.
Right, this is good, eh? Right.
It's good. It must be good for folk. We should really just like put a screen recording out later to show.
What's it that came in the Tony Hart? Was it? Right, just
I've
play
got all
away
sorts
the
of shit coming
right.
up. I've got fucking audiobooks coming up. By the way, you tried audiobooks before?
We talked about this. I'm sure we talked about it last week.
Oh, well, I got a free one for Sky recently on my VIP, getting the Sky VIP shit.
Aye.
And I got the Richard Osman one. Thursday Murder Club, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the wife have both twice tried to listen to it in bed, right, at night, because it usually stick on like podcasts or something. No, this one, obviously, I definitely listen to this shite. But it was like it's like a podcast on it. I went, actually, I've got an audiobook, we'll try that. I was like, fucking 2 years like a light. And the woman's reading it really well. Like, she's reading it like in proper, like, you know, it's not just reading the words. She's actually putting a bit of inflection in that on the words as in where is required. And then I've not got past the fucking I don't even think I got to the end of chapter 1 both times.
Aye.
I can't listen to this shit. I need to read it. I can't read it. If I'm not reading it, I'm falling asleep.
Aye, I just zoned out for them. Right, but you were halfway through if I could give us instructions how to find this. But by the way, this is, I would imagine there's folk who will go like, fucking stupid cunts, like fucking, they had the same playlist, they've done the same fucking thing, the same playlist. And this was when we chose to fucking realise it as well, in front of everybody. It's really like, and that was my fault, because I clocked it, and I could have fucking kept quiet, and after that I could have went, by the way, Colin, I didn't want to say this on, but it would embarrass the fuck out of both of us.
Right, so what it says is head to your music feed on home in the Spotify app, right?
Ah, yeah, right, so you press music at the top.
Play on the DJ card, it says.
Right, up next.
Does it say music at the top? Oh, music.
Right, music, so you press that. So I've got it. Oh, I think it's saying something.
Oh, aye, DJ.
Yeah, I'm an AI, but listen, I don't set timers. I don't switch on your
but you're not going to have to listen to the cunt fucking talking, are you?
I do want to hear him. Let Spotify do the rest. DJ will set a line up, not feeling the vibe. Just hit the DJ button at the bottom right to be taken to a different genre, artist, or mood. Mine's a slaver too. American slaver, I can't do the sounds of. I'll give him a push later, maybe.
Aye. The Cortiners. Cortiners. As in the Ford Cortiners. That's probably the best way to remember
well, it's different spelling though, to be fair.
Aye, I know. I saw a Ford Cortina the other day.
Aye?
Aye. I didn't get the appeal. Like, I can't collect them and stuff like that, but it looked uncomfortable and it looked like it wouldn't be that much fun to drive. The Capri's, like an old Capri, you could probably go, that's got a bit more an appeal, but no a fucking Cortina.
I think they were a good car in the day, like.
We had one.
You know, but I think we, Mum and Dad, my dad definitely did, because he was a big Ford fan. We had Cortinas, definitely. And then we had an Orion, which doesn't exist anymore.
We had an Orion, Ford Orion.
He wrote it off in France.
Did he?
Aye. You might remember, I was about 17 at the time. He went to France on holiday and he went there fucking way. He went head on.
I do remember, aye.
Did
they call it an Orion?
With had to being the original Brexiteer, like, was giving it the fucking wouldn't even fucking speak English, kid. You're in France, but okay.
Right, what would you be the patron saint of?
I don't know. What was he the patron saint of daft questions? I'd be pedantry.
Oh, by the way, you'd be perfect at that, I would think.
Thank you.
That's
a compliment to me, you saying that.
I thought I was meaning it as a, as a compliment.
Oh, you know what I'm really good at? Is I'm really, really good at identifying a weakness in somebody else, or identifying, see if somebody says the same thing a lot. Like noticing they say the same phrase or sentence, or I'm really good at identifying things like that. And because I didn't think it was a real skill, right? But I've noticed that I could say to folk after maybe a meeting, say at work, I'll go, do you notice they say, I don't know, in my simple head quite a lot? And they'll go, nah. And then after the next time you're going to meet with them, they'll go, he does say that a lot, eh? I'm really good at identifying repeat wee phrases folk use. What would that be?
I don't know what that. Well, it's observation, but it's a very specific observation, isn't it? Have you ever clocked yourself doing it? Like, and you go, "Fuck, I say that quite a lot." I did it the other day.
I do, because absolutely, and I actually found myself today almost saying in my simple head, because that's a most recent one, and it's not a criticism of the person, because I'm working with them and they're brilliant, right? If they're listening, and they'll not be, but if they're brilliant at it. But I've noticed that they do it, and I found myself today almost going, and it was almost like kind of like X Factor, like my take on there.
Yeah,
I said something like, I never said in my simple head. I said something like, to put it in simple terms, or I changed it, but it was the same thing. It was the same thing. And I thought, fuck, I'm doing a cover version here. Same thing.
I say in theory. When I try to explain like how to fix something at work or why something's a good idea, obviously in theory, but now because I caught myself doing it, I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking stop saying that. Like, what fucking stupid theory or so now I try to like stop myself saying it.
What are you saying instead?
If I can.
But you're going to have to find another sentence or two, and you can spin it. Use 2 or 3 of them, and then just like rotate.
Rotate them.
And then you're not going to get me going, can't say theory all the time, because that's what I would do.
Yeah, but I think that comes from, though, for you, it's probably from school for finding things to take the piss out of folk for. Because we would be bad for that, eh?
And if there was a higher in that, I would have definitely had that one.
100%.
Unfortunately, it wasn't available in the 90s.
I'd be the patron saint of idiots. I think that would be, given the podcast that we do, I think that's what I would go for.
But the thing is, you're not an idiot, though. Do you need to be an idiot to be the patron saint of it?
No. You just have to have a fondness for them, I think. You want to look after them a wee bit.
All right. Somebody on this. Hello, other regulars. How you doing?
No, we changed it because we used to say I think we used to call it QI for idiots, so then we changed it to QI by idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. I have a bit of humility in that, which is important. Right. Right. So this is. Do you know sometimes we get a question when it's tagged on another one, right? Tom Wallace, almonds is the topic.
Is it almonds or is it almonds?
Do you pronounce
the L? Question?
Do you pronounce the L in almond or is it silent? So do you? I deliberately say that they are.
Fucking hell! Well, you got that reason.
Aye, because you picked yours right up, eh?
It's almonds. However, I've had this discussion at work. I worked with a boy, Glaswegian guy, really good guy, Partick Thistle fan, and that's why I've got a fondness for him. For everybody that's I've seen hammering Partick for no coming promoted. I've got a mate that's a Partick fan, and he would always say almond, and I'd say almond. But it's almond, definitely almond. It's got to be.
What's the hell in there then?
No, I don't know. It's like is that not like a P in? Why is a P in phone? Or an H even, or a K in no?
Yeah, that's no as in knowledge. Yeah.
Or even a K in knowledge then.
Yeah. What is the point of silent letters? Like, who's fucking done that? Is that just to differentiate words that sound the same but are different? But I was thinking there, if you've got a silent L in almonds, there isn't like an almond.
I've heard folks saying both. I've heard folks saying both. I've no idea which one's correct, but I'm willing to adjudicate and say it's almond that's correct.
What's your favourite silent letter? If you were to pick one,
I like P. I like phone. I like going phonetic alphabet, right? And you go P for phone. I like that one.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a proper one that gets folk confused.
Like G. G is a good one because it.
Oh, for like gnome.
G for gnome is a good one. Right. But then what was Dennis the Menace's duck called? Because some folk called him Gnasher. And I was like, sure, it was Gnasher. It had to be Gnasher.
Gnasher.
But some folk would call it Gnasher, and you're like, that can't be fucking right.
Nobody called it that.
They did.
Who? Name names.
Idiots.
Name names. Name names.
Gneil. Right, WTC 1981 then followed up and said, also, how many do you have for breakfast? And then bracketed one for John stroke GPT. So John isn't obviously on the podcast tonight. John, if you're listening, you can tell us how many almonds you have for breakfast. I will ask ChatGPT because it is open here.
And I heard John make me make a comeback as well. It was a rumour. That was a rumour I was hearing. Yeah. He can maybe get rid. And it's mental that WTC 1981 was saying questions in like that because I know him. I know who he is in real life. And he's got an actual rather respectable position in a company.
As a fucking boring answer, as an AI language model, I don't have a physical presence or the ability to consume food. so I don't have almonds for or breakfast.
How does he say it though? How would he say it if he was saying the words out? How's he going to get that? What's your position on it? Are you almond or almond?
I probably have a slight L in there, like almond, like that.
See, aye, okay, I'd give you that.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's like over pronunciated though.
No, I wouldn't put any emphasis on it. Right, so how would you say?
Folk are loving this, eh? They're like,
I know.
Because when you get the jingles out, did you hear Top Flight Time Machine the other night when had the wee break and it comes back and the hardest working.
The word almond is pronounced ahmund, ahmund, with emphasis on the first syllable. It rhymes with words like calm and palm.
Yeah.
There you go. I asked ChatGPT earlier on, right? I think Ken quite why I asked this. Right, time's up, right? We'll start a new episode in a minute. Write a 3-page script in the style of Airplane and the Naked Gun about two guys who are in a car crash with each other, but bond over their shared fondness of The Office. And it did it. It wrote a script with that as the storyline. But it didn't really nail the brief by making like the Naked Gun or Airplane. Nah, it missed that bit. So, but it did have like a short story about it. Like, I mean, and it tried to be funny, I think.
Did it?
It doesn't save your questions or its answers, so when you go back in it's not there because otherwise I would have just shared it just now or tweeted it. Anyway, right. I wonder if it would write the same story if I gave it the same question or if it would change it up. I'll try that later. We're not talking about it. Right, thanks for sending us some cracking questions this week. We will we'll see you on Tuesday.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee.